While odd engine noises should be taken seriously, not all of them point to a major problem. One sound that does, rod knock, requires immediate action. If you keep the engine running, you run the risk of having a total seizure. This loud knocking sound points to a significant internal damage. This video explains the symptoms, causes, and estimated cost of fixing rod knock. To save you money, we'll also discuss less serious problems that are frequently mistaken for rod knock. But just before we start, please make sure you've subscribed to the channel. What is a rod knock? When there is too much space between one or more connecting rods and their matching journals, the sound known as rod knock comes from inside the engine's crankcase. End-stage bearing wear causes this, which in turn permits a connecting rod to clang against the crankshaft. The damaged connecting rod in an engine moves back and forth on its journal as the crankshaft rotates, catching any slack. There is audible noise produced as a result of this rather violently happening. Many times, this noise is audible even from a great distance away. Any automaker's products, including well-known names like Toyota, Subaru, Chevrolet, Dodge, and Ford, are susceptible to rod knock. Regretfully, once such a condition appears, the likelihood of it getting worse over time is high. Untreated rod knock may, in extreme circumstances, even lead to the piston or connecting rod ejecting. Rod knock is characterized by a loud metallic knocking or rapping sound that gets faster in time with engine RPM. Moreover, this knocking frequently results in noticeable engine vibration that can be felt with the hand. Rod knock persists even after the engine warms up, in contrast to certain other internal engine noises. Symptoms. A few signs and symptoms are connected to engine rod knock. Identifying these symptoms can be helpful in attempting to accurately diagnose the current issue and expedite the return of your vehicle to service. Audible knocking noise. The knocking sound that gives rise to the condition's name is the most noticeable sign of rod knock. Rod knock has a deep metallic hammering sound and can be fairly loud. Usually, this noise rises in tandem with engine RPM, only getting louder as the condition worsens. Oil pressure irregularities. Occasionally, noticeable variations in oil pressure can also be caused by the existence of deteriorated bearings, such as those that result in rod knock. This happens when worn or loose bearings allow too much oil to flow through them, resulting in inadequate pressure. Noticeable vibration. In extreme situations, rod knock is frequently audible as well as felt. This happens when a connecting rod that is impacted hammers forcefully back and forth on its matching journal. When this kind of vibration starts, it will probably only get worse over distance and time. What causes rod knock? Without exception, significantly worn connecting rod bearings are the most frequent source of rod knock. However, there are several underlying problems that can lead to this condition itself. The most frequent reasons for rod bearing wear are problems with oil, which eventually result in less bearing lubrication. Some of the most prevalent of these problems are listed below. Inaccurate viscosity of oil, obscured oil routes, low pressure on the oil, overheated engine oil. Furthermore, excessive engine running can also result in early rod bearing wear. Both engine over-revving and continuous high RPM operation fall under this category. This kind of engine operation accelerates wear and eventual breakdown by creating an excessive heat buildup inside the engine's bearings. What can be mistaken for rod knock? Anytime there's a strange noise coming from under the car's hood, it's only natural for the mind to wander and start thinking about the worst-case situation. Because of this, a lot of engine noises are mistaken for rod knock, which causes a lot of needless anxiety. It's critical to distinguish between different engine noises to avoid misdiagnosing the current problem. This kind of failure requires serious repairs, so making a mistaken diagnosis at this stage can be very expensive. The following are some of the most frequent sounds that are misinterpreted for rod knocks. Lift or tick. Noise prior to ignition. Misaligned valves causing valve chatter. A piston slap. Cost to repair. A genuine instance of rod knock is difficult to fix on the spot and usually needs an engine overhaul. Most of the time, this results in repair costs that cause some sticker shock. Moreover, extensive repairs of this kind frequently call for a significant amount of vehicle downtime. The entire cost of fixing rod knock typically ranges from $2,500 to $4,500. The cost of these repairs may in fact exceed these figures in some circumstances, though these are generally uncommon and mostly relate to high-performance or imported engines.